Hey, what's going on, guys? Indie Pride here, back with Milk and Cookies Total War.
And this is Madness.
And this is game number 2 of the 2v2 RTK tournament. This was a best of 3 series. So if Maju and Mercurius are able to win in this battle, they will eliminate Twitchy and Duck from the tournament and take home the money for their charity. So, both players, well, actually, everyone is pretty much bringing a similar army. There are a couple changes on Duck's side that we'll get to in a couple of seconds here. But looking at Maju's army real quick, it's pretty much the same thing. It's got Spear Levy meat shields up front, Yarikachi on both flanks, some strong Shogunate Guard Cav and Yariki, and some Shogatai as the main infantry body. And what is Merc rocking over there?
Merc is bringing a similar setup to what he had before, as you said. He has a Yarikachi on the left flank, lots of anti-cavalry, meaning 24 attack Yariki and Shogunate Guard Cav, lots of them. A couple spear levies up front as meat shields, and 3 Shogatai.
And looking at Duck,
another Yarikachi in the back, protecting his gen, but that's not so important.
Looking over at Duck's side, he actually, I was wrong, he brought a very different army than what he brought in the first battle. He's brought way more cav this battle. He has 4 24 attack Yariki, so pretty much maxed out Yariki, or like cost effective maxed out Yariki. Shogunate Guard Cav with 27 attack. He has a revolver cav, which I'm not sure how many upgrades, maybe 3 or 4 actual upgrades into it. It says it's 9 chevron, but it's not upgraded that highly. And then Black Tortoise in the middle, and I'm sure he has something hidden that we'll see a few minutes later. And what is Twitchy bringing?
Well, Twitchy has brought a bunch of elite infantry and some cav. Basically, you can see Shogunate Guard infantry just as he did before, just vanilla. Nothing too fancy. United States Marines again. And some more 24 attack Yariki and Royal Marines. And he's got some units in hiding as well, which will be revealed very soon.
So let's press play right now. And again, Majutsu and Merc are going to try to push that melee advantage. They're going to try to close that gap as quick as possible, get into melee, and destroy that line infantry. But now Duck realized his mistake last game, probably, and decided to bring a ton of cavalry backed up by a revolver cav. So he's going to seek to push his cavalry advantage right off the start of this battle. And Majutsu does have cavalry that can hang on against Ducks.
He has 2 revolver cav.
2 revolver cav, okay.
Another one was in hiding. A vanilla one right here.
I see it.
In the forest.
He has saber cav as well over by the farmhouse.
Yeah, 32 attack. Saber cav. With apparently only morale and lots of attack upgrades.
So very highly upgraded cavalry for Duck. And this cav fight over with Majutsu and Duck is going to happen right at the beginning here. Some Yariki and Shogunate Guard cav getting in the mix. And actually Duck is going to make a micro mistake here and let his revolver cav get caught. Get charged, and he's going to lose that. It's an expensive unit that you don't want to waste right at the beginning of a battle.
Yeah, especially when it's a level 9 unit.
A lot of his cavalry is wavering now. In fact, his Shogunate Guard Cav is wavering with 27 men. I think he shot himself in the back and got a morale penalty for friendly fire.
He did. His gen also got caught by this Yariki here. And the Quackmeister is going down.
Not the Quackmeister, no!
And we gotta be careful, because Merc's side is now starting the battle. He's closing in with his spears. Bringing his
cavalry is going in.
Cav blob on Twitchy's right flank.
Get the charge bonus all across his line over there. Get rid of an Imperial Guard infantry. And the naval bombardment is going to come in on that Shogunate Guard infantry and probably take out 50 or so men in that, so we should get a close-up of that. But Twitchy is doing a great job of a double-line fire. He's spread out, and Merc is a little bit bunched up right now, so he's getting some good shots on the flank. But his cavalry is pushing through, and that's going to be what's going to help him turn the tide of this battle, is his cavalry is going to just be able to push through, do a lot of damage to all these line infantry. And here comes the bombardment, hit the end of it, got 12 men with that volley, but there's more coming. It's right in the middle. God, they just flew so far. Killed 60 men off that volley, it was crazy. But his Shogun guard cav and his cavalry is just pushing through all the way back here, and there's a morale penalty for the massed cav pushing through the line infantry. And Twitch is starting to lose a lot of his line infantry.
He's cav dragging!
Yeah,
exactly. Call him out for it, he's cav dragging.
CA did a good job of getting rid of that. Although it's still possible to cav drag in a cav versus cav situation, it does not work in infantry situations, so that was a joke, guys. But Twitch is starting to falter now. This could still go either way, but I think Merc has too much cav left. And he's just taking out all of Twitch's remaining line units. And over on Duck's and Maju's side, it's pretty even at the moment. But, and actually Duck's revolver cav has 173 kills, so he's been doing tons of damage with the one that he kept alive. And Maju's hurting, but he's not going to be able to do too much more damage over here because Twitch is going to falter pretty soon here and lose the rest of his units. And again, Duck will be in trouble because he'll be outnumbered 2-1 again.
And I think this Yariki here is going to do a lot for Maju because he's got to get rid of this revolver cav and 2 melee cav units. One just routed. I think it's a Yariki. Yeah, this one just routed. There goes the revolver cav. And this is how many? 17 guys are left in this unit, and they just routed 2 units. So I don't know how Duck let that happen, but it did. Now his saber cav is going to get taken out by Maju's general, apparently. Yeah, there it goes.
Just shattered.
And all Duck has left on Maju's side really is this Yarikachi level 2, which is going to destroy the Spear Levy, but it's not going to win the battle for him.
Now Merc actually did a great job here because it was either Maju or Merc. I think it was Merc who dropped the naval bombardment, which forced Duck to pull his line infantry back, and he used that time for the line infantry to pull back to bring his cavalry in and get a rear charge off on both these units and rout them off the field. And so this battle is pretty much over now.
Yeah, Duck's unit just rout. 2 just went, and this one is... there it goes. I was about to say it's wavering, but it just routed. And all that's left right now is going to be Twitchy's general.
Off in the distance there, douchebag Gen, just keeping them in the fight for no reason. I'm actually surprised that it didn't rout, because if you look at the balance bar, the 80% morale penalty should have kicked in. Yeah, I mean it is kicking in, but it doesn't rout him for some reason. But we should definitely get a close up because Merc is going to send his lone general that's dismounted up to face the onslaught of Twitchy's gun gen.
The massive onslaught of
massive onslaught of 20 men left. So pretty much not an onslaught, but it's cool. But yeah, Twitch is gonna get a volley off pretty soon here, and this should actually be pretty funny to watch.
I like it when players show a sense of humor. There it goes. One volley, and they're gonna charge in right now.
Very honorable Twitchy not to kite with his general. Not that it would have mattered, but
he knows he's lost the battle, and he's just gonna have fun now. And yeah, there comes Merc's guard cav.
Oh, he just got stabbed in the neck. That hurt.
This guy got decapitated.
Decapitation.
And, they only got the second half of the spear throw.
Oh, that was so sad.
But yeah, that was nice. Let's go to the statistics and see how they did.
See you in a few minutes, guys. Alright, so here we are back on the stat screen. Again, Merc and Majutsu did a great job rushing and kind of shutting down Duck's and Twitchy's line infantry units. They spread out well, they used their cav extremely effectively, especially Mercurius did a great job of flanking with his cavalry and using the massed cav morale penalty, moving through enemy line units and routing them off the field as soon as possible. Did a really good job. It's actually funny because Majutsu and Merc deployed the same amount of men. Majutsu didn't have very many kills though, and I think that's because a lot of Duck's units routed at full strength. At the end of the battle there, 3 of his Black Tortoise routed with almost no men left in the unit.
That, and he had more cav than Twitchy did, I think. a lot more.
Or
Like
he had a lot of cav.
2 revolver cav, a Shogun guard cav, 4 Yariki. I think that's what he brought. Oh, and a saber cav. So he used the limit of 8 cav to its full potential, if you will. And, well, again, I'm gonna be talking about the Agony guys. Twitchy got a lot more kills to this battle than he did the first time. Actually killed more men than he himself deployed. But since he had a quality side army with lots of elites and cavalry, his own losses of 1100 are still very much on par with what he killed. And in the end, the morale really wasn't in his favor due to that cav blob walking around and routing his units one by one. And if we go into what unit did the best, well, Majutsu, Cavalry, Shogutai, Twitchy, yeah, his Marines again, both of his Marines. That's not really a surprise though, they're just extremely good units both in melee and shooting. Merc, yeah, his all cavalry got lots of kills basically.
And we would like to say congratulations to Mercurius and Majutsu for winning the 2v2 charity tournament. And I will say it's very impressive beating Twitchy and Duck because they're 2 really good players. And they did a great job, really shut down everything that Twitchy and Duck wanted to do in those 2 battles. Worked really well together as a team, and they deserve that victory thoroughly.
Yeah, congratulations, and see you in the next time.
We'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys. See ya.
Bye.